The latest scare tactic by Democrats recently manifested when Joe Biden made a campaign stop in Florida to stump for Charlie Crist, aka the tannest man alive, and during his speech went on to compare GOP candidates to former President Trump. Biden said, Charlie is running against Donald Trump incarnate. This guy doesn't fit any of the categories I talked about. The way he deals, the way he denies. Biden continued, the rest of the world is looking at us, Charlie. They're looking at us. It is really important that a state the size of Florida comes down on the right side of history. Biden would even go on to describe inflation. At least that's what I think is happening here.
That's what I call inflation. At the end of the month, what you have left, if you have no money, that's inflation. The things you need, are they going up? And they are. They are.
But for Joe Biden to compare Ron DeSantis or any Republican as Trump incarnate might be the new and improved version of comparing Republicans to Hitler or Nazis. That is, until they have use for them in bashing Trump or other fellow Republicans. After all, George W. Bush was compared to Hitler nearly every day of his administration. That ended once W decided to kiss the ring of the corporate media while on the Today Show.
I consider the media to be indispensable to democracy.
Practically overnight, the former president was lauded with praise from the likes of Gavin Newsom, who said, when did George W. Bush become a voice of reason? Despite being, quote, the old Hitler, liberals saw W as cool as long as he was willing to make Trump look bad. This enabled liberals to pass the moniker of, quote, new Hitler to Donald Trump, and in return, W was made to look like a likable guy, for once. It was the same for former VP Dick Cheney, who has been savaged over the decades in his role with the forever Iraq War. But in return for calling Donald Trump a coward, he was given a hero's welcome at an event on the House floor where Democrats marked the anniversary of January 6th. Nancy Pelosi said of Cheney, we were all very honored by his being there. I'm sure she was. The same goes for Senator Mittens Romney, who as a candidate for president running against the God King Obama was chastised as a racist, ruthless banker who had binders stuffed with women and dogs affixed to the roof of his family truckster. But upon entry into the U.S. Senate, Romney's instant criticism of Trump might as well have been magic words, transforming him from a pumpkin into a Cinderella man and virtual darling for Democrats in the mainstream media.
He's a Cinderella boy, tears in his eyes, I guess.
Make no mistake, when it comes to messaging, whoever the top Republican dog is, that person will always be the new Hitler. Then when the next new Hitler comes along, the old Hitler, as long as they're a team player, becomes a prime example of what a good Republican is in the eyes of Democrats and the mainstream media. That's what Joe Biden's Trump incarnate jab was at Ron DeSantis.
No, I wish you were in high school. I could take him behind the gym.
And I've been saying for a while that there will be a day when the Democrats and the mainstream media will pine for the days of Trump, when they see what comes after Trump. And that could be Ron DeSantis, or it could be Carrie Lake. Hell, they might run on the same ticket. Either way, payback will be a bitch, and the midterms are only the beginning.
Payback time.